Welcome back to the Double RT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr.A. Throwing combinations out like Paddy Barnes. Congratulations to Paddy Barnes, the new WBO Intercontinental Flyweight Champion. Um, this video, as you say, is a post-fight recap. Is that of Paddy Barnes, who becomes 5-0, defeating Quezada. Now, Paddy Barnes is a name I always heard making this channel, making the show. Doing my research, I always heard commentaries talk about their undercard. Like, earlier tonight we had a great prospect, Paddy Barnes. Paddy Barnes. It was his name and Fowler. I always heard those two names, and I always tell myself, I'm gonna get around to making videos about those two guys because they're hot young prospects. I could grow with them through their careers and watch them where they go. So I got Fowler because I just stumbled across a fight of his, and I started with him, and I seen Paddy Barnes was on this card, but I chose the option of go with all the women fight that I threw out a bunch of women shows, and then I saw Paddy Barnes. I saw I'm going to cover that fight. I know he's on the fight. And Wayne McCauley, you put the icing on the cake for me. I hope I pronounced it right. Wayne McCauley. He sent me a little comment saying like, "Hey, Jamie, blah blah blah. But hey, there's some other fighters. If you haven't seen them, they're good fights. You know." And that's what this. I told him that's what this channel is all about. I'm a boxing fan. And I just love boxing, so I'm always down to learn new fighters, just learn about boxing. I love boxing, and so here I am. Congratulations to the new WBO Intercontinental Paddy Barnes. Now, before I get into the fight breakdown, thank you for your guys' support and time. I love it. I love it. I love it. I did do a nice little friendly request, like, hey, let's try and get this show to 200 subscribers before the new year is out. That would be greatly appreciated. And I'm doing my best to hold my end of the part by throwing the content out that you guys want to see, and you guys are letting me know it's appreciated by helping me get to that 200. Thank you guys and ladies. Thank you so much. Now, before I even get to this breakdown, this post-fight recap, I do gotta say I am a little concerned about Paddy Barnes, a flyweight. He seems a pretty big dude for 112, and looking at his Quezada didn't make weight, so he came in like 114, and barely made it down to like 113, 112. I mean, he barely made weight. He didn't make weight, but he barely like lost anything. Now, I was looking at Paddy Barnes' history. He had fights at 118, 122. I just don't know how long he could suck his body down to flyweight. 112 is pretty low. And I said 115, there's some killers up there. So maybe he's laying low for a little bit. Now, being in the WBO, this fight got him, they say, a top 10. And usually that's what these. And if you watch this show from the get go, or even just started coming on, if you're a new subscriber to this show, this segment right here, Paddy Barnes, thank you for being a new viewer. Hopefully you become a new subscriber, join the 200, and join the Double RT team, man. We're gonna grow. Now, this does give him a shot, as they say, a spot in the top 10. I love belts. If you watch this show, you know I'm all about promoting belts. I love the way it helps fighters grow, climb the rankings. I love all those little trinket belts. You'll never hear me bash any belt on this show. Never. Now, Paddy Barnes first came out, first round, they were just filling each other out with jabs. Throwing them out. Quezada was more just outside tracing the ropes, while Paddy Barnes was doing, for the most part, pretty decent at cutting the ring off. He wasn't following, but he came to following him around the ring, because with Paddy Barnes throwing as many, and you hear me talk about combination variations in my breakdowns, and Paddy Barnes, like I said, this is my first time watching him, and I like what I saw. I like the combination variations. I like the speed variation. All those things I talk about in my breakdown, Paddy Barnes was checking them off like, well, Mr. A, variations, boom, speed, boom. You know, so far I'm impressed. I am impressed. I will say that. Now, they were just filling each other out. Now, this got to be probably one of the best combinations I've seen in a long time. Right before the bell, Paddy Barnes headbutted him. It was accidental, but it was a headbutt with a left hook. Poor Quezada was hurt. He's like, that had to be one of the smoothest, best two-piece combos I've seen in a while. Headbutt, bow, smooth. But round one went, all jokes aside, round one went to Paddy Barnes easily. Round two, pretty much the same thing. You had Quezada tracing the ropes, Paddy Barnes tracking him down, switching up combinations. One here, two there. He'd go low and low, but right before the bell ended again, a right hook. He did a right hook. A right hook. So that's two times before the bell. He hit. What was his name? Quezada. But he also dropped Quezada in the second round. I think when he dropped him, one of the things I do like about Paddy Barnes, besides his combination variation, his speed variations, he throws setup ghost punches, but he picks between your shots. Now there's a counter puncher. Now, when you say counters, it's not just you throw, I'll make you miss, then I throw. That's like the defensive counter. There's an offensive counter where I throw before you throw. I boom right before you, and then there's the pick-off artist type counter. Quezada would be throwing, and boom, right in between. Paddy Barnes was just picking shots in between those flickers. Throughout even the fight only went 6 rounds. Through the whole fight, Quezada was game. He was throwing, but Paddy Barnes was just being patient, ducking, getting his. When you're loose on defense, it gives you the opportunities to pick between. Because Quezada would he'll throw a hook, and boom, he gets hit. And I like that. I like that about fighters, and I like that Paddy Barnes showed that grit and showed the confidence in his skill level that I'm going to stay cool and calm like a cucumber under pressure and find that shot. I like that. So here in the second round, it was a flurry on the ropes. Quezada's going crazy. Then all of a sudden, boom, right hand, boom, down he goes. Nice little chip, right? It's just bow right in between this combination. It's pretty good. Then round 3 was more of just round 3 was actually kind of a quiet round. Quezada was hurt. He was trying to recover from that. So not only did he get dropped, he got cracked with the right hand right before he got wobbled by it right before the bell. So knocked down, wobbled right at the bell. He came out the third round just on his bike. Paddy Barnes didn't cut the ring off that one. It was hard to constantly track him down. So I would give him a little break on that one. Round 4 came out. Quezada was on that bike. He was on the move. And it was a pretty quiet round. They jabbed each other. They threw some body hooks. Paddy Barnes started going to the body really good, like in round 3 though. He started really focusing on the body. And round 4 was almost like a quiet round again. To like the last 20 seconds, they started changing hooks. And of course, when you start changing hooks on Paddy Barnes, if you ain't short and crisp, like I just said, he's gonna offensive counter you. He just boom right between your punches. He did it again. Round 5 came. Slightly, the main highlight in round 5 was the low blow call. It was a low blow. It was slightly, but when is there levels of a low blow? I love British commentary. Oh my God, I love the British commentaries. HBO over here in the States, and Showtime doesn't do it so much, but HBO, they'll bash a fighter. you know, build someone up, shoot them down, do whatever. But the Brits, they pump up everyone. They make everyone sound like a superstar. When if there's someone they want to bring up or get the public interest on, I don't know his name. I think his name's John. I think he's one of the legendary commentators over the Brit boxing. But that dude knows how to make everyone sound like a Hall of Famer. I swear, I love him. He pumps them up. He pumps everybody up. And he's like, I don't know if that's a low blow. It doesn't look that kind of low. Like, dude, there's no level to a low blow. It's like, ease up, you know. Paddy Barnes can make mistakes. But that was only the highlight of that. Then with like 8 seconds left, though, Quezada's getting a nice body hook to the Quezada's body. Like I said, you heard the echo of it. And then round 6 came out, going back and forth, back and forth. You know, round 5, Paddy Barnes got warrant for the shoulder. He's been warrant so much for that low blows. Then he got warrant for a shoulder push in that. And then round 6, he got the warrant for another shoulder push. Paddy, hey, when you those fighting Irishmen, you know, you got the grit, dude. You know, ain't gonna mess around with no rules. It's, hey, you don't like me pushing you with my shoulder? Punch me then. Make me stop. You know, but in round 6, the final round, they're doing a nice little flurry. And again, punch combination variation. Paddy Barnes took him out with a 4-piece, beautiful 4-piece. It went, where did it go? It goes left jab, right uppercut, left hook to the head, left hook to the body. Once again, left jab, right uppercut, left hook, left hook to the body. People barely double up on the left hand. Left, boom, boom, boom. That was a beautiful 4-piece. And it happened with like 13 seconds, 10 seconds left in the round. Left, uppercut, left, dropped him. And what I did like about it, the referee, Steve Gray, could have easily just waved off the fight. He counted him out. I don't mean personally as a boxing fan, I don't like when a referee sees you hurt on the ground and just waves it off. Give the fighter his knockout. Count to 10. Count that dude out. And I like that Steve Gray counted Quezada out. He gave him a 10 count, gave Paddy Barnes his 5th victory, his first knockout. Congratulations to Paddy Barnes, the new WBO Intercontinental Flyweight Champion. This is Mr. A saying thank everyone who's watching this video for your time and support. And again, if you are a new viewer to my show, thank you for your time and support, especially, not that I don't know my subscribers, thank you. But if you are a new viewer, I hope you become a new subscriber and get this show to 200 before the new year is out. Because the new year we're going to be rolling. We're going to be rolling. I got some ideals. You know, I'm like I said, I just started in May. You know, I won't be at fights and nothing for any time soon, but I talk boxing and I do got some ideals that we're going to entertain your eyeballs and your ears for boxing. I promise you that. Mr. A says thank you. Thank you for your time and support.